taking a look at some more news that had occurred while I was focusing on the move. I guess Delco Pooper's gonna have to wait a little bit longer. This is talking about Sony actually doing price cuts on their products, and this is in contraction to Microsoft increasing their prices on their products. This is kind of an interesting move because many people have already been saying that Sony had already won the console wars, but this is continuing to go after Microsoft in a way. So, looking into this article, it's on Forbes.com. They state that the latest development here is that for the days of play sale, Sony has cut the prices of several hardware and bundle prices, and it's saying things like the PS5 Pro is now $649. Kind of had a feeling that one was going to drop a bit because no one was going to buy that because it's not good whatsoever. The digital bundle for the Black Ops 6 is going to be now $399, so it's $109 off. Originally, it was going to be over $500 because again, the Black Ops special. And then the disc Black Ops 6 bundle is going to be now $449, which is the same price for the Switch 2 right now. And the PSVR 2 also dropped to $349. And it also states that other hardware and accessories like controllers, headsets, they've also been lowered as well, but they don't say the prices on here. I'm pretty sure if I look deeper, I'll find those. But overall, this is a big move from PlayStation, especially considering Xbox Series S had a massive jump. Like their Series S 1 TB went from 350 to 430, and their Series X went up from $500 to $600, and then their 2 TB from $600 to $740. That's absurd. I don't care what people say. That is absurd to have to pay that much for these systems that are supposed to help out gamers through a rough time. So you're going to increase the price of these and make it harder for people to get them. I don't understand that whole concept. It continues to say that in the bizarre situation where at least during the sale, an Xbox Series S costs $30 more than a digital PS5 that comes with Black Ops 6. That's funny too, considering the main reason why Sony's doing this is because they had a lack of sales for quite a while. And the only way that they were going to get sales again is they bit themselves in the ass and lowered the prices to where it's more easier for players to pick up what they need. And quite honestly, this continues to show because a lot less sales have been happening with Microsoft. Now, what it doesn't say on the article is the price of the games, which I would be interesting. That would be interesting to see because there were talks for a while about the Xbox games going up in price. Of course, with GTA 6 coming up, I'm sure that there's going to be a good possibility, especially now, that they are going to be $100 for the physical copy of the game. I don't think it's going to be a situation where it's going to be lower if you get it digitally. That's not really a thing. It's just that there are people who overthink on a bunch of stuff, especially with like Nintendo. Because one game had an issue like that. But if you look at everything else remained the same. And if you don't have a PlayStation yet, it's a little hard to imagine there's going to be a better time to pick one up in the near future. Amanda's got one, so I don't have to worry about that too much. The only thing I would have to worry about with us both having the same system is the Switch 2. Because I guess we'll throw this on here real quick. Happy Switch 2 Day. I haven't gotten one yet, but at the same time, I'm not in a big rush to get one. I'm saving up to get mine, and then we'll see what Amanda's doing with herself. Let's see here. If let's see here. Alright, so now we're seeing too there's a bunch of PS5 games on sale. Okay, so that's lowered, that's lowered. The looks like a dual sense controller. It went from $75 to $55, which is actually really good. And now let's see, look at some games here. The big ones of note is Spider-Man 2 is now a $40 game. God of War Ragnarok is now a $30 game. This could be just a days of play sale, so this may have already ended. I don't know. Astrobot is now $50. Remember the 2024's game of the year. Horizons Zero Dawn Remastered is at $30. Ratchet and Clank. Hang on, there was Ratchet and Clank. Rift Apart's at $30. This could be just a temporary sale, but it does seem like that's what they're doing. Spider-Man Miles Morales Ultimate Edition's $40. Can't go wrong with that. That looks like a really fun game. Sackboy. Did they really rename Little Big Planet to Sackboy? I might have to play it. More things I gotta put on my list that I can't do at the moment. Also, another thing I heard too is that PlayStation Plus is starting to have lower prices as well. So if you want to do that, that's not a bad idea. In fact, they're currently at save 33%. I don't see anything about this ending. But I'm pretty sure that it will indeed continue with the deals. I'm sorry. It says here offer ends on the 11th. So you got to the 11th of June to get your subscriptions at a cheaper rate until it goes back up to like $160 for premium, which is still way too much. But that's just how I saw involving the PlayStation situation where their prices are starting to go down. Again, I don't know if it's temporary or not, but if it's going to be a long-term price drop, then that's going to be a good sign for PlayStation and get more people involved in the PlayStation family or people returning. Who knows what's going to happen, but that's all I really want to talk about today. You guys have a good one.